Bum bum. Tekken time. I want to talk about how I got to purple rank with this character. All right, I did this in a very scummy way. I typically wouldn't endorse. Okay, let me make this clear. So what I'm about to show you is kind of like a very minimalist way of winning with Hwoarang in a way that's very. It's kind of scummy. It really is scummy at a lower level because it's basically you're gonna be doing one move over and over and over and over till they die, and it's pretty toxic in all honesty if they don't know how to deal with it, and a lot of players won't know how to deal with it. I'm at purple right now, and I still find players that have a hard time dealing with this. But as a player that's like I love fighting games, I really want you guys to understand like what I'm gonna show you is it's very short sighted in terms of like player growth. So, like, when I show you this, kind of think about what you need to do to get better beyond this. But it does kind of teach you, it'll teach you counter hit confirms, and maybe hit confirms, which is kind of cool, right? There's some benefit to it, right? But if you do only like what I'm about to show you, you'll probably win a lot, but I don't necessarily think you'll be a better player. All right. So I'm gonna show you what I want to do. So like I guess I should have probably also started with like what kind of character Hwoarang is. Hwoarang is a stance character, and what we want to do is get into this stance right here, right foot forward. You can do this by doing pressing 3+4, or some normals will leave them in it, right? Notably, the one easy way to get into it, right, which is probably how I do it the most commonly, is actually using the jabs. So if you could do 1-2 and then press 4 to get into right flamingo, and then if you press jab again, like that, so it'll be 1-2-4-2, you will be in right foot forward, and this will get you into our cheap move that we're going to be doing forever and ever till they die, right? And so the move I'm talking about is actually it's right foot forward, down forward, 4-2, right? This move is what I do to people forever and ever. I did it this morning, and I was just like, damn, it still works. And so why this actually works, right, is if you look at the frame data, this is actually a little bit unfair because it's also on hit. On block, it's +5. Well, the jab is +5, right? Right? But the jab being +5 and this kick being 13 frames, it leaves you with an 8-frame attack basically, and this becomes uninterruptible for your opponent. And then sometimes they can't even power crush it because of how quick it is. And so a lot of time you just basically just do this until they're miserable, and it's super scummy. It's super scummy, right? And the best part is there is even better options off of this too. Not really better options, but you have a low to supplement this, right? So while you're just constantly hitting them a mid, and they're like, well, oh, I can just block this. I'm not losing life, right? Well, you have down 3-4. This is a low, and it goes into flamingo. It's +14 on hit. And so what I usually do, I just do this. I do down 3-4, jab, and now we're in right foot forward. Something I do want to mention though is that jab can be interrupted by crouching normals and stuff, so you're gonna have to be mindful of that because people will be matching crouch jab at you, and it's gonna be up to you to figure out what you need to do to get around that stuff. So yeah, so you do this, and this, and now you're looking really annoying already, right? So now they have to do something because for one, you have a move that you just do forever, and you also have a low option that you can also actually just do forever. Um, I do want to mention something though that you actually really can't do down 3-4-2 forever. I mean, I mentioned the whole right, but numerically it doesn't work, right? So if you do this, right, you're +7. Down 3 is actually an 18 frame move, so if they start matching jabs right away, you're gonna lose. And so I think what's like really important right here is actually just really conditioning them with this move, right? All right, confirming your hits. Maybe you get a hit, you know, you can do down 3-4 or something like that. Right, but just remember that it's not completely free, right? So the only stream that's actually completely free is just this. Right? It's not even completely free. They're, like I said, they're holes. And then the other move that we have another move from right foot forward that's actually even just as annoying is back two. This is funny because it just adds some variety to your strings, and the opponents will go into full panic mode because of the way this move looks on block is pretty terrifying. It has them crumpling. They'll just like, wait, is this +1 million, bajillion? And like, yeah. But yeah, it's the same scenario though. If you try to go into itself, they can mash jab. But at +4, you could do this. So now you have this variety of strings that you have to do, right? And I just really kind of alternate between these those three right foot forward moves. Plus, every once in a while, I'll kind of incorporate jabs to kind of really control the opponent, right? And something I also want to mention is that you should probably like start like something that really helps, right? Because if you kind of notice, the damage is actually kind of low on these strings. They do like pixels of damage basically, right? So if you want to kind of stay ahead, you need to start being able to confirm counter hits. And so it's funny because this move is already like super annoying, right? On counter hit, it gives you a combo into 2-3, right? So this kick right here, right? And so that's right foot forward, down forward, 4-2-3. It's entirely confirmable from the by the jab, right? So like if you do down forward 4 and you press 2, you could confirm the counter hit and then have time to press the 3. And so it's pretty easy to do. And because it's plus 20 and it forces them to stand, you have all the options available to you. And this is the only time where you can actually go for a down 3 and they can't do anything about it. And so yeah, that's all I really do to people, man. I just literally just do that string. I kind of keep my game plan really tight, keep it really narrow, observe my opponent, and then just do. I'm going to show you. I feel bad, but this is what I do. Boom, 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 boom. Right, and then right, something like that, right, and then just from the counter hits and oh yeah, back 2 goes into this as a counter hit combo, so you get some nice damage off of that. It does leave them pretty far away, so you'd have to get back in. Ideally, you I like to keep them really close, so I don't have to worry about like what this really does is just it kind of controls your opponent in a way that you have complete frame advantage, and then they're really close to you, and you have like just utter control on your opponent, and it'll probably make the opponent feel really bad, like really really bad. And so yeah, that's how I did it, man. There's nothing fancy, but and like I said though, just remember that you can probably I don't even say like I feel bad to say this, but just if you really just want to be cheap, just do right foot forward. Just do this. Just literally just do this. This will get you to red for sure for free. Absolutely, you'll get to red for free with this. Right? Not even doing any of the other variables. It'll probably get you to red. Eh, Man, I feel scummy making this kind of video. This is not the kind of video I like to make. Even as ghetto as my videos are, I don't like to make videos that are just like filled with like how to be cheap. But that's what this is. It's just how to be cheap with a character. Um, Damn, I feel bad. But yeah, that's all I got to purple, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. You have a good night. Peace.